In Luke 2:41-51, we encounter a deeply human moment in the Holy Family's life, a moment of loss, anxiety, and ultimately revelation. Jesus, only 12 years old, remains behind in Jerusalem after the feast of Passover. Mary and Joseph, unaware, journey for a day before discovering his absence. The gospel tells us they searched anxiously for 3 days. Imagine their worry, the mounting fear in their hearts, and then they find him in the temple among the teachers, listening and asking questions. Mary's response is both tender and searching. "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been looking for you with great anxiety." But Jesus answers with words that both comfort and puzzle. "Did you not know I must be in my Father's house?" It is in Mary's response to this moment that we see her profound trust. She does not fully understand, yet she does not argue or demand clarity. Instead, Luke tells us his mother kept all these things in her heart. This quiet holding, this pondering, is the hallmark of a faith that trusts even when the path is not clear. Mary teaches us that faith is not the absence of confusion or sorrow, but the willingness to remain with God amid mystery. She does not turn away from her son nor from God's unfolding plan. Rather, she continues forward, storing up these experiences like precious treasures, not yet understood, but entrusted to God's timing. In our own lives, we often face circumstances that confound us. Losses we can't explain, questions that go unanswered. Like Mary, we may find ourselves searching anxiously, but her example encourages us to place our trust not in certainty, but in God's faithfulness. She shows us how to hold our questions with grace, to ponder rather than panic, and to remain open to God's work even when it takes unexpected turns. May we, like Mary, learn to trust God in the uncertainties of life, believing that even when we do not understand, God is always at work, drawing us deeper into his divine purpose.
In the hush of sacred silence, Mary searched with aching heart. Days of sorrow, deep confusion, torn within yet set apart. In the temple there he waited, in his Father's dwelling place. Words of wonder, words that deepen Mary's trust and quiet grace. Oh, Mother, Mount so full of grace, you teach us how to trust, to hold our fears, to walk by faith. When answers turn to dust, in all our questions be our guide. When darkness hides the way, help us like you to trust God's plan and follow day by day. My child, have you thus left us? Mary cries, yet not in blame. Though she cannot grasp his meaning, still she speaks his holy name. Not with anger, not with doubting, but with love both fierce and kind. She receives the greater mystery that lies not yet defined. Teach us how to trust, to hold our fears, to walk by faith. When answers turn to dust, in all our questions be our guide. When darkness hides the way, help us like you to trust God's plan and follow day by day. Jesus walks with them in silence to his home in Nazareth. still unknown, the road he's choosing still untouched, the shadowed death. But she treasures every moment, every word and sign and gaze. In the stillness of her spirit, she awaits God's hidden ways. Teach us, Mary, how to ponder, how to hold and not demand. In the trials we don't yet fathom, place our hearts in God's own hand. With a faith both firm and tender, let us walk where you have trod, trusting, pondering, ever faithful in the mystery of God. So when we are lost in wonder, when the way is not made plain, let us turn to her example, faith that blossoms under strain. God is present in the silence,